Yes, that's many people. Many people say that they have to tune to the Naija show every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Meanwhile, I'm having some Saturday feel good vibes, and I have someone, I'm sure. Well, not necessarily every Saturday that you have events, but definitely you're bringing a kind of like Nigerian flavor to all of it, right? And she's smiling, she's blushing already. You're tuning to the Naija show, and with me, allow me welcome on our community spotlight for this week, Elizabeth Adebogun. She is the founder, owner, and lead planner of TwinsLuxury Events in Regina. And I must tell you, I am Grace. Actually, I wanted to rhyme Grace with the glory, but you know what I'm hitting at. Thank you so much for joining me, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Rita. It's such an honor to be here today, and you're doing an amazing job here.
Thank you. How are you feeling now? How do you cold it, you know?
Well, I'm okay. I've been here for over a decade, so I can't say I'm used to the cold, but we have a way of coping.
You have a way of coping.
Yeah.
You're already used to it now. More than a decade. What does it do? Anyway, I've met some people who have been here, like they've been born here and they're still not used to the cold. So it's good that you're used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're bringing us some warmth in Regina now, right?
Nigerians like to party, so I bring that vibe.
Okay, let's go straight down to business. I mentioned earlier that she is the founder, owner, and lead planner of TwinsLuxury Events. TwinsLuxury. You know, when I saw TwinsLuxury, I was like, why TwinsLuxury? But now I know why it's TwinsLuxury, right?
Yes.
Because she's a mama of twins. I don't know how you did it, but you've been surviving so far.
Yes.
Okay, let's go down to TwinsLuxury Events. So what happened? Were you doing this back in Nigeria, or you just started here in Regina?
No, I actually started here in Regina. So I'm usually that person that my friends would call up when they have a baby shower, a bridal shower. This is like many years ago, like 13 years ago. And I would just do it happily. I'll do it for free. And then one day my husband just booked me for a coaching session, right? And then when you attend those kind of sessions that they start asking you, what is that thing you can wake up and you would do it for free at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And I found that it wasn't actually my full-time job. It was event planning, because that was my passion and that's what I love to do, right? So it was time to now turn that passion into purpose and into profit. And then I launched my business April 2020. So I launched it April
2020. That's already
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 4 years going strong.
4 years, yeah. So
but is it not stressful? I mean, event planning. Do you know, like, what does it take? Like, okay, you have an event. Let's have like a run through. Like, how does it go in your head for you?
Yeah. So first, I do it for the passion first. So when I get a call that you're getting married, I'm already excited. I'm all over. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm already imagining a lot of things for you. But walking you through the process, so event planning starts from, meeting with the client and understanding what their vision is, right? I try to take my own personal, thing from the event, because every client is different. How you would want your event to look would be different because of your personality, right? So we start from then, and I ask the question, what is most important to you for this event? Is it the guest experience? Is it the food? Is it the after party? And then that's where we focus. When we prioritizing the budget, that's where we focus the most amount of money on, because that's what's important to you, right? And then from the planning stage, there's a lot of meetings that go on. I manage vendors as well. I reach out to vendors, and then there's different vendors for different clients, and that's another piece to it. Like, a lot of people don't know that, right?
And your head is not clogged up thinking, okay, how do I do this? It's not
because it comes naturally to me. So I know the kind of DJ that would work at your event. Like, it might not work for somebody else that I meet, right? So just understanding client preferences is something that is very important in event planning, right? And it also goes to managing the client itself. That's another experience, right?
Yeah.
Because clients work differently. Some people, they just want you to be on the phone with them 24/7. Some people, they're like text. Some people don't even care. They're just like, Elizabeth, just do it. I just want to come to my event and have a good time. I don't care about the details, right? So managing different clients' expectations, is also key with event planning. And on the day of the event, that's actually the big day where I'm very busy. Yeah. Sometimes I clock in like 20,000 steps on the day of the event, because I want to make sure that everything works, everything comes together, comes to life, all the work that we've been putting into the planning. That's the day that is going to really show, right? So I'm always on my feet. The DJ, the timing, queuing the DJ, queuing the entertainers, making sure that the food is hot and ready.
I would have a headache.
On point, and all that stuff. So it's a lot on the day of on the day of the event itself. So event planning, it's a lot of work. It's a lot, and a lot of people are seeing that now, because when they work with me and they see all the work that I put through, they now understand that it's a lot of work. But the most interesting thing is that I enjoy doing it.
Now, I'm sure that you've seen events in Nigeria, and you mentioned something about, say you won't try bring like the Naija flavor, Naija feel. And some people, when they want their event, for example, let's say I have a dedication, I'm in Regina here, but I want my event to still have that Nigeria feel. Is it sometimes challenging to bring that feel to Regina here?
Yeah, it used to be very challenging because we didn't have a wide array of vendors that could offer that service. But right now we have lots of vendors who are coming from Nigeria, and that's what they used to do, right? So imagine the after party. I got an email from someone who used to do after party entertainment in Nigeria. You know how they carry this gorilla and all that stuff. I'm like, you guys are here now, right? So a lot of the vendors are now here, right? So the same Ebola you can get on the spot in Nigeria, you can have it in Regina at your party. You know, the same DJ, the same everything that you can experience in Nigeria, you can have it here, right? And that's why you need an event planner to bring that connection, you know, and tell you, you know, who are the people that are doing it and bring them on board for your event.
But when you started it, did you also like, how was it like to start the event planning business? You went for courses or what?
Yeah, so like I said, I started for the passion, right? But along the line, I enrolled for luxury event planning with TwinsLuxury Events in Ottawa, so that I can get that, you know, I can brush on my skills and my professional skills, like I said. So, but when I started, so if I take it back to a decade ago, like I said, it didn't used to be like this, because we didn't have a lot of this stuff, right? We just have a normal event and everybody feel good, you go back, right? But now there's a lot of moving aspects to the event that we're bringing in to make your event very, very good. So that challenge that I had, you know, when I started was there, you know, but I'm happy to see there's a lot of progress that has happened. And then the benefit of going to school for this as well is that you get, even for me as a business, because apart from the fact that I'm satisfying I'm serving my clients, I'm also running a business, right? So the TwinsLuxury Event School actually helped me, you know, to learn how to be professional in my work, how to deal with a lot of things, how to build my business to make profit, and do all that.
That's a whole lot, trust me, because I've done like just ordinary planning a birthday. You're like, God, I'm having a headache. That's why I'm looking at people like, I have so much passion. Like, hey, God, where's my own passion like this? but it's so good. This is why we have people like you. I mean, things that, you know, say one man's food and another man's poison. So somebody might not enjoy it, but you enjoy it, and you've started a business around it. But aside from this TwinsLuxury Events, it didn't. I mean, you've been here for like 13 years, if I'm not mistaken. You've done other things here in Regina. How was it like when you first came here?
Well, when I first came here, it was, we could count how many Nigerians on the street. Like, if you went to the store and you saw a Nigerian, you'd be happy, you'd want to hug them, collect their number. So we had that communal living. It was so beautiful. So a lot of things have changed. But when I moved here, so my degree was in economics. I started working as an accountant back in Nigeria. So when I came here, it kind of made sense for me to pursue my CPA, which I have now. And then I worked in an agricultural manufacturing firm, and then I moved to Regina Police Service. I was working in the financial services unit. I was there for 7 years, and then I moved with the governor of Saskatchewan, the provincial Ministry of Policing, bringing on that experience that I had from RPS and bringing it into that, right? And I'm a director there now, so I do that full time, believe it or not, and I do my event planning by the side.
You do both of them full time?
Yes.
Okay, would I call you Superwoman now? You're making some of us feel very lazy.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? Family is really, really important. I think my family has been a great support. I think I would not have been able to do this 5 years ago and more, 7 years, because my girls would still be very little. Right? So I think life is in phases and stages. I mean, my girls are here now doing Instagram videos for me, right? They love events too, so I take them along. They're actually on my payroll. Right, so are
you serious?
My parents, like, you're owing me 5 hours yesterday. So I get that benefit because I'm not really missing out on family time. I carry my family along with me, and they enjoy working with me, right? So because of that, I don't really miss out on family time. I'm able to combine both together.
Oh, okay, that's a lot. That's a good one. Now I'm having a myth in my head because I've also brought someone who is in the accounting, and I feel like probably your accounting also helps you in this business, like the fact that you did economics. Is it possible? Probably those of us are not good in math. Maybe we are bad in coordination.
I know. So for instance, I do my bookkeeping myself. I don't have to hire somebody to do that for me, right? So when CRA comes knocking, I stand gidigba because I have all my books, I have all my ducks in a row. So that's a benefit as well. Because when you're an accounting person, you see beyond the numbers. You're trying to translate, you know, what you're doing, your service into numbers. I'm translating my hours. Like if I'm charging a client, I'm thinking about, I'm going to put in 100 hours for this wedding. I have to calculate, you know, what's that worth for me, you know, as a business owner. I'm also looking at people that I have to bring in. I'm looking at the cost, and I'm using that to factor into my own pricing, right? So definitely that has been a great advantage for me, my accounting background.
Do you sometimes have issues with vendors?
Oh yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
How do you manage that?
Yeah. So what I've done is I try to. Communication is important, especially when I do events for vendors. I make sure that I send communication. Sometimes I overload them with communication because I don't want any excuses on the day of the event. And on the other day, I'm calling the DJ, I'm calling the photographer, where are you? Because I want to make sure they're on point. So one of the challenges that I go through, of course, is some vendors, they feel like, you know what, and if you're working with me for the first time, you could be like that because you don't know how I work. You're like, this lady disturbing me. You said party is 10. I'll be there 10:05. You know? But if you work with me for the first time, you already know how I roll. The second time, you better be there 9:45, right? So I've been able to manage that, that way.
Oh, I think one basic thing for event planning is managerial skills. If you don't have managerial skills, it might be really tricky for you, right?
Yeah.
Now, for someone who is looking for like, okay, I want to have an event here or something like that, do you just do for Nigerians or Africans or just check?
Oh, I do Nigerians. Mostly because Nigerians like to party. But I've done 2 Jamaican weddings as well. I've done biracial, like Nigerian and Caucasian as well. So I've done not just Nigerian, right, but mostly, I guess, because of the market, Nigerian.
It's just weddings you do, because you've mentioned weddings.
No, I do weddings, I do birthday parties, baby shower, bridal shower. I do corporate events too.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, anything that has to do with a celebration.
I'm gonna put you on the spot now. Which one do you prefer?
Weddings. It has to be weddings. I love weddings.
For your wedding, how is it? Did you plan your wedding?
No, I had a planner. My wedding was back in Nigeria.
It's back in Nigeria. Yeah. But like going back, let's say if you had started this business, do you think you would have?
I think I would have planned my wedding myself. Seamlessly, yeah. I'll bring people in to help, but like for the vision and everything, I would definitely plan it myself.
Oh, that's a lot. I like that because I don't know. Probably also planners too are very hard to satisfy because you have what you want in your head.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because you already have everything you like. My husband will always say, I can't plan a surprise for my wife because she's gonna be auditing everything on that day. Like, why is this like this? Why is this like this? And sometimes as a guest too, when I go to an event as a guest. Sometimes I can't help myself. In my head, I'm thinking of, oh my goodness, why did they should have done this? Oh, the glass cup, it should be this way. And my husband would be like, calm down. You're a guest. Just sit down and enjoy the party. It's just my brain, my event planning brain coming in.
Okay. Now, someone wants to reach out to you, have an event. How do they do that?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. TwinsLuxury Events is my Instagram handle. I have a link in my bio where you can actually fill a client information request where you can put in all your details and I'll get back to you within 24 hours.
Okay. Now you've been very, very official and I like that, but you're on the Naija show. That's it.
I know. I'm trying to. I don't know. You want me to speak pidgin?
Yeah. You know, to say they throw out for you. You have to drop something. Okay. Don't worry. I'm not gonna put you too much on this floor. I'll allow you go with the flow. I'll allow you go with the flow. So what else again can we know about Elizabeth? We know that her passion is event planning. What else again do we know about her? Can we know about her?
Well, I volunteer at my church. So I'm a Sunday school teacher. I'm big on family as well. My twins, I carry them everywhere I go to. And I've talked about my accounting work as well.
What do you do for fun apart from event planning?
Oh yeah, for fun, I love to watch movies.
Oh.
I love to watch movies a lot with my family too. And believe it or not, I'm an introvert, which is kind of ironic for an event planner because they expect you to be jumping all over the place. Yeah. But I'm an introvert and I get energy from being alone. So a lot of time I just want to be alone in my own world, watch a movie, just sleep, relax. That's where I get my energy from, and then I can go out there and put the energy out there. And being an introvert, actually, there's a skill that comes in with event planning as well, because when you're an introvert, you're a very good critical thinker. You think about the pros and the cons before you do stuff, which is very key when you're planning an event.
Funny enough, I actually believe it. Most people who have people who have professions that they have to be out there, they are actually naturally introverts. If you look at it, because it takes thinking. The real extroverts don't necessarily do that as a profession. So I'm actually linking with you on that. Elizabeth is not gone yet. We're still having lots of discussion. Now, in case you heard her before, she said that she has economy accounting background, and this is joined with her work as an event planner. That's it, event planner, event coordination. When we come back for our community disc, because we're talking about things that really affect us right here in Regina, Saskatchewan. Actually, in Canada, in Nigeria, everybody is feeling it. Cost of living. We're looking at how we can manage ourselves, how we could take manage ourselves, because say everything gas translates. You're dealing with taxes, you're dealing with power bill, you're dealing with lots of things. So let's see if she help us manage our life actually manage events. So we're not going anywhere. I'll be right back. But right now, enjoy this one. I'm looking at one that I will play for you, and I'm wondering, okay, what kind of song was she like? Are you part of like the oldies, the newies? Oldies. Okay. I don't have any old one for now, but I'll look for an old one for you. We'll have like a tete-a-tete later on, and then we'll see which one that you really like. Okay. Meanwhile, enjoy this one. This one is English Utani. I don't know why I've gone South Africa, and I've gone Congo. I've brought Nigeria. You know, it's one love to Africa. But when we come back, we'll have our community discuss. So enjoy this one. This one is English Utani, and we'll be back after this.